Welcome to Fancy as the show where we teach you how to lay pipe with class. I'm Emily. Today we're talking vintage cakes. Today we're going to be focusing on the star tip. It's my favorite tip because this tip can truly do it all. We're talking borders. We're talking cute little dots and decoration. We're talking even a fancy little fleur-de-lis. We're starting with the easy stuff and we're gonna work our way up to the X Games mode. So here's how to hold a piping bag. You've loaded up your bag with your buttercream, and the first thing you're going to do is make a little twist at the top of your bag. Secure this twist using the knuckle of your thumb and the base of your pointer finger. So that twist is gonna fit right in here, and the rest of your fingers are going to wrap around the bag. For added security, you're going to shoot out your pointer finger and wrap the tail of your piping bag around your pointer finger, and it's just gonna make you feel really secure and stable. The first border that we're going to pipe is an open star. You're gonna be about 1/4 of an inch away, and you are going to squeeze, release the pressure on the bag, and pull it away. Piping is actually pretty musical, so if you can sort of like establish like a beat and a pattern in your mind, it's going to make your piping look a lot more even. Stories from the friends next door, they never told. You might be a star tonight, so let that camera roll on the red, white, and blue. All the funny things you do, America, America, oh, this is you. That's the America's Funniest Home Video theme song. So let's make some swags. This is one of the rare moments where I will allow you to let your tip come into contact with the surface that you're piping on. So really enjoy it while we're here. We are going to start with our tip at this 45-degree angle. We're piping from left to right. And I am going to just wiggle my tip up and down. You can vary the skinniness. There's a better word for that. You can, girth. Oh. We can vary the width of our swag depending on how hard we're squeezing our bag. If I'm putting like a very gentle pressure on it, I'm getting a more narrow swag. I've given myself little goals to hit here. And again, I'm holding my piping bag at this 45-degree angle, and I'm giving it a little wiggle back and forth while maintaining a consistent pressure on the bag. We've arrived at my favorite portion of the evening. We're gonna talk about how to do a shell border. That's right, you may know her from every Dairy Queen and grocery store cake that you've ever seen. She is truly that girl. She's everywhere. And once you master the shell border, the next and better part of your life starts. I'm going to give a big squeeze. I'm going to slightly rock the bag up, and I'm going to pull it back. And that little tail shape is what I'm looking for. So when we line these up together, it forms a shell border. The shell border may take you a minute to master, but I promise you it is so worth it. Just remember, big squeeze at the top, taper that pressure down, and you're good to go. So now that we're masters of the shell border, I'm gonna teach you a cute little variation on it. We give it a squeeze, we swing it around to the right, and you leave a little tail on it. You overlap it on the tail, you give it a squeeze, you swing it around to the left, and you leave a little tail right here. And then you repeat and swing it around, making sure that you're overlapping on that tail. And there you go, that's the reverse shell border. The fleur-de-lis is a combination of all of the techniques that we have been working on. I love this little embellishment. It's super classic, super vintage, and it's gonna look really cute on your cake. We're going to make a little comma swooping to the left and then one swooping to the right. So we're going to pipe, swing it around, pull it down, tail, and then pipe, swing it around, pull it down, tail. So now it's time to choose our color palette. And I've got a hot tip for you vintage newbies. The easiest and most forgiving color palette for a vintage cake is monochrome. monochrome, AKA just one color. Lucky for us, monochrome is super on trend right now, so no one is gonna clock you as a vintage newbie. They're just going to think that you are a style maven. You're gonna start with your base color. I am using, of course, the Malibu pink from Jelly Hues. I don't like to play favorites, but this might be my favorite. I don't know, I keep going back and forth. So now I'm going to do one tint lighter than this, and I'm going to do one hue deeper than that. So I'm just going to start out with a little bit of buttercream here, and I'll add like 2 drops. I love how this dye comes out of the dropper. It's just like super clean. If there's any excess, it like sucks it back in. The color on this is insane. With just 2 drops, I have this insanely bright Barbie pink. And this is Swiss meringue buttercream, which is like notoriously difficult. The fact that it looks this vibrant straight out of the bottle is like mind-blowing to me. Now I'm gonna do one tint lighter. So this is gonna look so good. I'm gonna load these into some piping bags and we're gonna start piping our cake. So a hallmark of vintage design is over piping. That refers to that super ornate piping style where it almost looks like the cake is dripping with buttercream decor. In order to get that iconic overpiped look, you need to go into your cake with a plan. That's why I always recommend starting from the bottom of your cake and working your way up. That way your layering is much cleaner. So now you have everything that you need to make your very own fancy as vintage inspired cakes at home. You know how to pipe the little stars. You know how to create an amazing color palette using Jelly Hues. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Make sure that you like and subscribe and let me know what other piping techniques you want to see next time. Fancy tip. I'm obviously working with some delicious buttercream right now, but if you want to practice your piping techniques and you don't want to go to the trouble of making a batch of buttercream, instant mashed potatoes. They're going to be your best friend.